Yes, indeed. Huh. Oh, hello there, internet dozens. This is Wolfphototech, and somehow the camera turned on and caught me reading, flipping through Call of Cthulhu 7th Edition, Keeper's rulebook. No, it did not. I turned it on and tried my best as to look like I was actually trying to pay attention to the book. But anyways, that was just my goofy ass attempt to make fun of a pattern that sometimes occurred in some earlier YouTube videos and YouTube channels. Also, to make fun of the fact that the inconsistency on my channel is oftentimes due to multiple factors. One is the sheer amount of work I had to do at work, which oftentimes will result in me having to stay much later than typical, or getting there much earlier, or various other such things. And such, I end up not being able to do things I used to do, and do them in a more timely fashion than I used to do a long time ago when I first started this channel. There was a time when I originally started this channel as like a gaming news channel, and then I did some gameplay videos after Nintendo said we're not going to go after people anymore, and then at some time after that, I ran into a situation where as at the company I work for, we restructured a few things, and then which resulted in me, well, I got promoted several times, and we restructured some stuff, and then it turned into a situation where I got way too busy, and in the winter, where I would normally get laid off and like have like 4 or 5 days a week where I don't have work, and I only work like 2 or 3 days a week, I then now work every single day of the week except for Saturdays and Sundays. So we get into that part. So at that point, I no longer have the ease of time to easily hunt for all kinds of gaming news and rumors and stuff like that like I used to early on in the channel's history. So it's just one of those things that kind of went by the side, and I tried to fill it with more gameplay videos, and every so often I would branch off into something else, like I would do some unboxings or do some movie reviews. I got a large collection of classic monster movies. You can see over there in the corner, or Godzilla. That's actually a rather old figure of mine, of him. And I figured, since I love old kaiju movies and horror movies and sci-fi and stuff like that, I would throw that into the channel. But then, you know, things get busy again, and I kind of lose track of scheduling, and I kind of I have the natural urge to want to organize everything obsessively. So it resulted in me not wanting to skip around certain videos that would take longer to make, just because I wanted to make sure I kept in order of something so I could establish, you know, a pattern. But, you know, things like that kind of... turn off that light. Get rid of part of the reflection. I could just remove the box and it doesn't reflect as much. But, okay. But anyways, as well as I gotten into tabletop role-playing games, and sometimes that would get into the rotation of my life, and I would basically end up playing like a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons or some other tabletop RPG or something, or studying something new, and that kind of threw off the pattern there. So there's a bit of that fun stuff where, you know, it'd be a lot easier if I didn't have to go to a job during the day to improve stuff on the channel. And I really do need to, at some point, get a better computer so I can actually do editing and do quality work with the videos. But, you know, that's one of those things. I kind of put it off way too much. But Recently, people, if you've noticed that there's been dips in the videos where I would like do a rotation, and then I say like I have Splatoon 2 Splatfest videos every day. I would have a few other game videos rotating right with those, and then you would end up with a week or two or a few days where it skips out and there's no videos for those few days. That's just because I've been doing a lot of side research on a lot of stuff, and I will occasionally... Orange, you want to come here? Meow? No? But anyways, I've been doing a lot of side research on various things, and another thing is... Grab my kitty cat Orange. But anyways, I've been doing a lot of side research, and also I have a Call of Cthulhu game I had to prep for over the next month or two. At some point I have to work it into my schedule to prep for that game, or that series of games. But anyways, that's what is driving part of the inconsistency in the scheduling, is because I have like a Call of Cthulhu game coming up. But I've also been swapping around different types of content on the channel too. Yeah. And then there's other things too. So I'm going to try to do as best as I can to keep a video series running on the channel at all times. And I'm going to rotate through that here and there as I complete them. What you hear right now is Have a Talk from Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition from Nintendo Switch, by the way. But, yeah. That's probably going to be the next game in the daily after I get done with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And then after that, I might actually switch to Kirby Superstar, which is actually odd because the natural next would have been Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but there's a lot of stuff for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate I have to go through. And I might just keep that on the rotation, or should I actually just make that the daily then? That would make more sense. I would get through the characters a lot faster on classic mode, and I would end up jumping to World of Light 8 a lot quicker. Right, Beanie? Oh yes, Mr. Bean. But anyways, yeah, Mr. Bean. I'm going to also mix in some more Dungeons and Dragons videos. The next set of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition videos is going to be largely focused on basic races and lineages. And then immediately after that, I'm going to go through the base classes. And then after that, once I'm done with the base classes, the official base classes, I will go through the official subclasses. And then I'll go through the various feats, talking about them as I think, and then go through spells. And also on top of all that, during the whole thing, I will throw in game mechanic videos. Sometimes people screw up a lot of stuff or oversimplify an explanation unnecessarily, and it's not a good idea. Which leads to a lot of people getting confused as to why certain things are certain ways. Mr. Bean, you shit all over me. But anyways, I think it's really important to, at some point, to go through the basic mechanics of for the player characters. That way I could always, when talking about something, reference said video, as opposed to typing the whole thing out and then typing the whole thing out again in another comment. Right, Beanie? Not to mention, it's always good to do that for consistency. That way I can just sit down and crack open the book, read the rules exactly as is, and then put links to various sage advice columns, pointing out the exact rules and detail clarifications of rules. Probably the thing with Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, I'll probably go through all that, the player's handbook, and then I'll go through like Xanathar's guide and all those other ones. I'm going to stay out of the modules because I typically do not DM modules. I have other DMs who use modules, but I don't. So I don't want to, unless it's like a magic item or a spell out of a module, I don't use anything out of modules. I don't want to spoil my own surprises, yes. But anyways, and then from there I'm probably going to sidestep off into Pathfinder for the tabletop role-playing games and Call of Cthulhu. And I'm also going to cover Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay and a bunch of others. And then I'm also going to sidestep over into war games as well, here and there, because I like all that stuff. Yes, Mr. Bean Bean. So, and then at some point, if I ever did manage to make this channel big enough that I could actually make enough of a living off of it, that I don't have to go to a day job, I will probably also add back in movie reviews and other stuff like that, and then probably splinter the channel up into multiple channels, focusing on different subjects. You know, I'll probably have like a video gaming channel. There will be like the Prime channel, which is this one, which everything will go on to for entertainment, and then there'll be a movie channel, TV show channel. That's going to be a sparse one right there. You know, it's mostly going to be just DVD stuff. But I don't watch much TV. I mostly watch stuff on DVD and stuff like that, or Blu-ray. But but I also cover like tabletops on a tabletop role-playing channel, and war gaming channel, and a other channels for other things. I'm going to work on my whole talking thing. Talking is a hard thing for me sometimes. Sometimes I'll just ramble, but other times I'm just like, I get like nervous and get anxious about the exact wording of things, and I'll pause and yeah, I forget what I'm talking about and then ramble off into another direction. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you somehow found enjoyment in this video, or interest, or any thoughts about any subject, feel free to drop it in the comments below. As always, oh yeah, add into the fact that if I did manage to get off of the regular, my regular job, and just ended up just making a channel, I probably would also start focusing back on doing video game news and stuff like that, and try to keep it as simple and quick as possible, and less as drama-free as possible. Too much drama in gaming and culture and news. So, thank you very much for watching this, and if you like the video, consider subscribing, and see you next time.